What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Once again, I'm Nev from Nev's Tech Bits, otherwise known as your friendly neighborhood basement dweller. Don't worry, ma'am, I am from the internet, and from the internet, we have a little bit of a, well, super interesting story. Crypto hackers steal back $311 million in Bitcoin that was seized by the feds. Now, how could this have happened? How can you get Bitcoin that has already been seized by the feds? And this is how it happened. It all involves a hardware wallet. Now, most people know what a hardware wallet is, and the thing is, everyone thinks that if you get a hardware wallet, your Bitcoin is absolutely safe. No one can ever take it. So the Nano X, this is a pretty standard kind of hardware wallet. You put your information on there, and then nobody can get a hold of it, right? So it looks like the feds managed to get this hardware wallet, and they put it into a secure area, the evidence locker, right? I mean, everyone knows about the evidence locker. Anyways, Bloomberg has a little bit of a story about what happened when the feds tried just that. They lost their money. Now, here is a version that isn't paywalled. Not a big fan of paywall, but I guess the news guys have to get their money somehow. So there were two Harmon brothers. There was Gary and I believe it was Larry Harmon. And here you can see Gary chilling out in his bathtub full of scantily clad women all around him. Looks like a bunch of, was that $1 bills? Yeah, man, if I became Bitcoin rich, I would be doing something like that too. Anyway, so one of them got busted. And while they were busted, the money that was in the hard wallet started disappearing. And the feds were like, oh, surprise Pikachu face. The feds were like, what? Where's this money going? How can this be? And the reason is seed phrase. Yes, friends, we have something called a seed phrase. So you get your hard wallet and then you make a seed phrase. And what that is a phrase that you can use to get at the Bitcoin in that hard wallet. Now, this is what everyone tells you to do. You're supposed to get out something metal and you're supposed to scratch all the words into it. And then when you use this, you can get access to your Bitcoin even if it's on a hard wallet. Now, there's lots of great ideas how to make these things. You can even go over to Amazon and yeah, right here, you can purchase your own on metal, but they're not the cheapest things. You know what, 39 bucks? Hey, maybe that's, anyways, people make their own out of paper and whatnot. And I do remember hearing about a guy that made one out of paper. He put it in the handle of his fishing rod, and then his boat sank. Or, no, his fishing rod got stolen from him. There was another guy that lost a code that was in his boat when his boat went down. There's a lot of missing Bitcoin, that's for sure. But anyways, now we can see Mr. X. He's got a great way of making one of these, and that's just by using washers. Whoop, sorry about that. Anyways, using a bunch of washers. And yeah, you can see you can put like number 1, number 2, and then put the word on it. So that way you'll have your entire code. So what the brother did, so we got two brothers here, back to the story. And what's going on here is one brother had a hardware key like this. He had a hardware key, and then his other brother, who had the code, starts taking money using the seed phrase. The seed phrase, seed recovery phrase, or backup seed phrase, is a list of words which will store all the information needed to recover a Bitcoin funds on the chain. Wallet software will typically generate a seed phrase and instruct the users to write it down on a paper. So yeah, if you're going to go and get a ledger, they're going to give you a code, and you're going to want to come over and you're going to want to write it down or do something like this where you're going to know exactly what your code is, and with that you will get your Bitcoin. Yay! And that's how the feds got surprised by all this fun stuff. It's interesting. We're definitely at a time and space in reality where people, very professional people, don't seem to know how this technology works. I mean, man, I know some people, some super intelligent people working in technical and manufacturing, and they just man, this new TCP/IP stuff comes out, and they got to figure out what they're doing. You always got to stay on your toes, and the feds aren't staying on their toes, unfortunately. That's just how it goes, though. But Buddy in the bathtub looks like he's doing time now, so man, maybe you get around this stuff, but Anyways, you're going to get busted. They tried so many things in order to hide the money. They tried something like a tornado generator, which is where you send your Bitcoin into a certain place and they make it really difficult to understand where it is and where it's gone. And the people who run this tornado operation usually gets 2 to 3%. And he was Gary here. I believe Gary was the one who was washing the money with Bitcoin. And yep, he got busted. You'll get busted, man. They tried to use Bitcoin for what were the Ottawa truckers? The Ottawa truckers tried to use Bitcoin, and even though all the stuff was on the Bitcoin chain, the Canadian government managed to take control of it one way or another. Just freaking crazy. Just freaking crazy. But, you get some Bitcoin you definitely can track. And then you get other things, what is it, Phantom Coin, Monero, there's other ones that you just can't track. You can try, but you're not going to have really good luck. Anyways, good guys win, bad guys lose, and as always, England prevails, right? That seems what happened here. And the feds prevailed, but first they lost their money. So one brother was taking money from another brother out of the hardware ledger, and the one brother was already in prison trying to tell the feds, "I'm not taking this money." Oh man, oh crypto bros, the crypto bros. Yeah, that's just how it goes. Anyways, I thought the story was so interesting, I just had to make a video. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me. Nev from Nev's Tech Bits. Take care of each other, will ya? We might be all we got out here. Have a good one, folks.